The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. I will also roll to make it fair. Okay, I see a 3 from Vex.
It's a 3 from Rowan.
A 1 from Callie and Valgg. 3 from Rowan. What about Prism?
I got a no.
I didn't know that was on a d6.
Man, that must be a really high. It's a 9.
I got a 3.
How about Mav?
You're not gonna believe this. I got a 3.
Oh.
3 threes.
It's a 4-3-way tie.
Periwinkle and Valgg.
Fight.
Which one of you saw a movie last from theaters?
Saw cats.
Please tell me it's cats for Callie. Please tell me
It was-
that win.
What? In theaters, I go like every Wednesday.
Well, there
Almost.
you
Okay, Valgg, what happened last time?
You know, I'm awful at this. Okay, so we finally got to the
tower.
the tower. Yeah, I was gonna say the mage tower or whatever, but that it was upside down because it clearly fell from somewhere. And then I tried to nap, but it was, and we split the party. I don't remember exactly what happened around. Oh, yeah, we found a chest. There was a lot of fuss about that.
And you all eventually opened the chest. The whole tower is upside down, and the chest was bolted to the floor, which is now the ceiling. And Wild was able to open it. And luckily, because there were 4 other people in the room, 4 vials of potions came out. And all of you were actually very quick and were able to save every single one of those potions.
And then we kept exploring until we found a wizard and an undead.
Yes, and that's where we left off.
We're on level 3, aren't we?
What?
No, I believe you guys are much higher level than that.
Oh, I mean in the tower.
Oh, yes. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, you guys are in level 3. There are 4 levels to this tower.
There was a map, right?
You're in that first big area. Yes, I believe I pinned it. If not, you just scroll up a little bit. And it's that very middle area where you guys came in. And coming out of the doorway to the north in level 3 are 2 figures. One is an undead warrior instead of leather armor. Its gray dead flesh is drawn tightly to its bones, and its face looks like it's in a terrible scowl. And the other is an attractive young man in cold weather clothing. His face beneath the frayed witch's hat displays studious eyes and a warm smile. And he said to you, "Welcome to the lost Spire of Netheril. My name is Dazan." And that's where we left off.
I forgot one detail, and is that after fighting the owlbear, we fought like a revenant undead guy with an magical eyes flail that now River has under his control.
He was not undead until River brought him back.
Oh, well, he was about to. Anyway.
And Dazan looks over at the kobold with interest, seeing an undead ally with them. And he says to Dr. River, "Where did you study your magic? Might I ask?"
I had a really formal education with it. I've just dabbled through my years of exploration. An ancient ruin here, a cursed scroll there.
Do any of you know anything about Netherils or the Netheries?
I've been reading books on them.
And what have you learned?
Oh, I thought that was out of character.
Whoops.
You do the same fucking voices. It's hard to tell when you're talking in character or not.
Well,
Could Rowan roll
Mhm.
to see if she remembers anything historically?
yeah, sure.
Might have come across any of them in my exploration.
Netheries.
Yes.
Just the books.
So that was a nat 20 for a 27.
Okay, Rowan, you have heard songs and tales about this lost kingdom of man. That was probably mankind at their apex in Torel, in terms of magic prowess. Long story short, I think I already explained it, but you would know that they were able to cast magic spells stupid high level until one of them cast a 12th level spell that killed the god of magic, and magic had to be reset, and it was capped at 9th level.
When he asked what we knew just in general, right?
Yes.
Just to the group.
You would know that the entire kingdom was very very magically adept, in the sense of like even commoners would probably be like 5th level wizards.
Right. So when he asked that, Rowan just sort of like speaks up and goes, "I've only heard stories. My knowledge is mostly what I've learned in my travels. I grew up in a place that was very remote. From what I've heard, though, the entire civilization was just humanity at its strongest, at its best. But they, what's the word? What's the phrase? Flew too close to the sun. One of them tried to use magic only meant for the gods, and ended in the death of the god of magic, until arcane magic could be revitalized, and their entire people fell to ruin. An entire society where even the lowest beggar could do some form of magic."
Yes. Quite a time. Unfortunately, Karsus' folly knocked us to where we are today.
It's a shame. So many stories lost. So much knowledge.
Oh, I probably should state this right away. I am a simulacrum. I am not the actual Dazan. If you don't know what that is, essentially I am a construct made of snow, and I'm identical to my master at the time that he created me. Master's not the right term. That feels really weird calling myself master. My creator.
Perhaps progenitor, maybe.
I like that better. Progenitor. Anyway,
you're essentially him before he cast the spell. So you are, for all intents and purposes, the same similar person, just you've experienced different things. You are him, but you split down a different road.
Yes.
You are your own person.
I am not quite. However, this tower is but a fragment of that Netherese history. A flying city that had crashed 2,000 years ago, and it lies somewhere under the glaciers up here. Regardless, on the lowest level of this tower, my creator, my progenitor, found a chamber that can turn illusions into reality. A life spark of a living creature is needed to activate its power, though. And as a simulacrum, a creature of snow and shadow, I have no life spark of my own. And Quintus, as he points over, hand over to his companion, my undead bodyguard is of no help in that regard.
Now, when you say a life spark, does that mean the essence of a person, like freed from their body, or just someone with a soul?
someone who's living with a soul.
Ah, I see.
I can assure you that the chamber can in no way harm anyone.
Can I roll insight on that?
I would like to do that as well.
Go ahead.
18.
21.
From what you can tell, he's being very genuine.
Right. And why mention this chamber?
Because I need your help. You have life sparks. I do not.
What would you want to use it for?
So I can be exactly what you said. My own independent being. So I can be real.
I see. Well, she turns to the rest of the group. What do you think?
Do you mean up or up down? Because
Up, down. Further down below us.
Speaking of, how did this place become in this orientation?
It fell. And I guess it was top heavy. Regardless, it's been here about 2,000 years. So it probably was much taller when it originally fell.
Well, then, since you're the curator of this establishment, do show us where it's at.
Sure.
Yes, I think we'd be willing to help you out.
Sure.
Follow me. And he goes to the hole in the middle of the floor. And the first one to go down is his bodyguard, Kinthras. And then he hops down and Kinthras catches him and then puts him down.
Rowan will follow after.
Yeah, since I've anchored the rope all the way at the top of level 1, it's pretty much a full length of 100-foot rope, so you should be able to just go all the way down.
Mm-hmm. As you all get down there, do all of you go down there? I was just assuming, but
Yeah. Wild will follow up behind. Just kind of keep an eye behind us.
okay. It just scene cuts to everybody being down there. Rusty tableware, shattered plates, and broken chairs lie scattered on the floor amid two tables, one overturned and on its side. Crawling out from behind the tipped-over table is a hulking, eight-legged reptile with glowing eyes. And Jazan says, "Oh dear," as we roll initiative.
Oh boy. Is that thing you linked us? That picture? The big lamprey looking thing?
No. What did I send you guys? No, that was from the book. That one of the Netherese books. If it was one of those, you guys would be dead.
Well, Rowan got a 10.
Okay, let me get everyone's initiatives real quick. So Rowan's a 10. How about Periwinkle?
13.
You're not the last one, I can tell you that for sure. Neither is Rowan. Wild, what'd you get?
21.
Dr. River?
19.
Valgg, what'd you get?
10.
And I think Prism's the last one.
22.
Ooh. Rowan, I'm assuming you have higher dexterity than Valgg.
Probably, yeah, I have +1.
I have +2.
Okay, then Rowan is 10 the greater.
Mhm.
So, up first in initiative is Prism. So, Prism, I immediately need to have you take a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. Okay. It's going to be a straight roll of 12.
Okay. You feel like everything starts to dry up in your body, for just a moment, but you're able to force it off. As this 8-legged reptile, it's probably about 8 feet long. It's got a bunch of spikes on its back with blue glowing eyes. Stares at you all menacingly.
He's just standing there, menacing.
Yay.
Its scales seem to almost match the icy blue of the surrounding area. And I'm going to send you guys a picture.
Please don't.
It is your turn,
Oh,
though,
that thing
Prism.
looks awesome.
That looks amazing. I love it.
Okay, that's not what I thought. Okay, that's fine.
It's you guys are, there's a lot of you in this room, so I would say, actually, I'm gonna roll it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where's my D8? There you are. Oh, you're the D10. Okay, you are not right next to it, but you're about 10 feet away.
Oh, good. Then I can use all of my movement to get even further away without taking attack of opportunity.
Okay, you are now 15 feet away as you're against the wall.
Fine by me. This would probably be a really bad place to enlarge a centaur.
For the sake of convenience, I'll say Dazan and can I remember his name? His undead companion are right next to it.
As a bonus action, since I'm a goblin, I can actually hide behind one of them, which will probably be the undead. But for my action,
You hide behind Valgg.
it's fine. Just as long as he doesn't kick me.
Because if you hid behind them, you would actually be getting closer to it.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
You are now all on the map on level 4, and you can see where the dashed lined hole is. You're in that room.
That's right. Need to pull that back up. You didn't pin it. Okay.
That's a short scroll up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was thinking it was further than that.
Each square is 5 feet, just to give you an idea how grand this will be.
Lovely. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not enlarging the centaur.
Yeah, you're next to the door.
I will, however, use my other staple and grease it.
Okay. What's the range on the grease? Like, how much area does it take up?
Is 60 foot
You might-
range,
you
10
might-
foot square centered on a point.
With the 10-foot square, it is impossible for you to not get a bunch of people. Are you fine with that? You would get this thing, though.
But it would also get our frontliners.
It would get Dazan and his undead.
And that's probably not the best way to start off a fight. Damn it. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'll try shrinking this bastard. I need
Okay.
a con save. Yeah, I need a con save.
Ooh, okay.
Please fail.
8.
He shrank.
It hisses at you like an alligator hisses at you when it's threatened, and you can hear it go higher pitch as it shrinks down to half its size.
Well,
Do you do anything
And-
else?
yeah, bonus action hide behind Valgg
Okay, stealth check.
is dirty 20.
Okay. After Prism, we go to Wild.
All right.
And Wild,
Well-
I need a Constitution saving throw.
All right. I got a 13.
Okay. Same thing as with Prism.
All right.
You feel like
Well-
you're starting to stiffen up a little bit, but you loosen yourself up.
All right. I'm gonna bring out my shotgun, take a shot with that, and I'm gonna move up into its face.
Okay.
All right, that's a miss. That's a roll to 2 on the first attack.
Oh yeah,
So I'm gonna take
I should get up that PDF.
second one is a 26 to hit. So I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
All right, and I'm assuming that also beats it by 5.
26,
more?
you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, that'll be 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pistol whip it.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14, you smack it with your pistol after shooting, and it hits. It moves its back almost like in a recoil from getting shot and hurting. And the spikes on its back block the pistol whip.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay. After you, it is Dr. River's turn. As Dr. River needs a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. At 20, so 24.
Okay. You feel a little bit of arthritis, but it might just be the cold.
First I want to have my zombie charge forward and hit it with the flail, so I don't have the stats on that flail.
It is just a normal flail, statistically.
Okay.
Let me pull up stats for you. Okay, so you have a zombie, right?
Yes.
All right. Do you want me to roll for your zombie, or do you want to roll for the zombie?
I'll roll for him.
Okay.
Is it just a straight, or does he have any?
Because he is undead that you've created, I believe it has your proficiency. I think you can actually set this up in D&D Beyond.
Yes, you can.
Let me see if I can set that up for you.
It would be a +3 to hit with Thunderwall. So that'd be a 19.
A 19 does hit. And I believe a flail is a D8 piercing.
That'll be 6 damage.
Okay. Let me set that up. Okay. Smacks with the flail. What do you do?
When the zombie has gotten close to it, I will run up
Oh,
the back.
I forgot. The zombie also needs a Constitution saving throw.
It's already a husk. Okay. 14.
Okay.
How far / big is this thing now that it's been reduced?
It went from medium size to small size.
Small, like my small, or small?
Yeah.
It was around 8 feet long before. Now it's 4 feet long.
Okay. I will run, jump off the back of my zombie, land on the top of this thing, and shoot it in the back of the head with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
$16 to hit.
16 hits.
Be 17 total.
17 damage.
Yes, from both blasts.
Okay. This thing is very, very bloodied at this point.
And I will try to hold on, to stay on top of it.
Okay. You already used your action for that, so you can't technically grapple, but we'll say you're on top of it.
All right.
Periwinkle. Constitution saving throw.
Con 23.
Okay. You're good.
You guys are gonna hate me for this. Does he look like a bad guy? Can I walk up to him and give him a pet?
I'm like to get your
roll-
arm bitten off.
You do not need to roll insight. This thing seems very hostile.
Okay. All right, man. Was it hostile before they hit it? No. Okay.
You saw
Yes, it was Callie.
You saw it come out to attack everybody.
Okay, I'll go up and hit it then. I need to get new dice for Periwinkle. For the first attack, that's a 12.
A 12 does not hit.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to roll for the allies. Okay. Sorry, continue.
Can I say that I'm restless or reckless attacking? No, it says first attack on your turn. Okay. A natural 20.
Ooh, roll D100.
A 23.
All right. You push it up against the wall and it falls prone. But as you do that, I need Dr. River to give me a dexterity check.
Let's see here. Dexterity. That'll be a 22.
Okay. You're able to hop off and you're fine. And you're staying to square you're at as it goes flying into the wall. You all notice that Dazan has covering his eyes during this whole fight. But how much damage do you do, Periwinkle?
24.
Okay. It is dead as it smacks against the wall.
I did it. I wanted to make a friend.
Instead, you made a crater.
Dazan uncovers his eyes and he says, "Oh, sorry about that. That Basilisk wasn't here the last time I was here."
Oh.
If it wasn't, how did it get inside past you?
It must have been very quiet.
Hmm.
It must have been. Didn't we see something that bored a hole through something, like a cage or something like that?
Yeah, you've noticed in each layer it seems like there's like a hole, and then at the very top where you guys are at, it was like a tunnel around the same size hole.
Mm. Perhaps.
Dr. River, in your extras tab, I did put the zombie stats. Though I think technically... Oh, no, wait, you're a cleric, not a necromancer. I keep thinking the necromancer wizard gets like special things for undead.
Yeah, I'm a cleric mancer.
Gotcha. Sorry, Rowan, continue.
Right. It's like it could have been a experiment that got loose, maybe. You know, the people who do magic sometimes like to tinker.
Well, basilisks are rare, but they are native to these areas.
Perhaps
They do like to live in caves, so it probably came here to be squatters' rights.
Make a den, yeah.
Are anything on Basilisk worth money?
Their eyes.
Shink. I'll go to extract those then.
Survival check.
Okay, +7. Dirty 20.
All right, you're able to get both eyes.
Now,
as you're going to extract them, Dazan's like, "Be careful not to look at them."
put them into a little pouch.
Oh, he would also tell you that the gullet and the fluids contained within the gullet are very of good use for alchemists.
Prism, you need the ingredients?
Not an alchemist.
The gullet produces oil that can return petrified creatures to flesh.
That could be useful if we run into anything like that.
Stab, stab, stab.
Yep, I'm just going to with the same survival check. So you can put Basilisk, Gullet, I guess, in your inventory. Oh, one time use, if someone's petrified, you remove the condition. Very useful.
Especially if there's more.
Mm-hmm. I doubt it, though. They are usually very solitary. I'll lead the way. And he opens the door in the southern part of the room. And he turns to the right. Do you guys follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes all the way to almost the end of this 5-foot wide hallway and takes the door on the right. And as he does, you see that the walls of the chamber are inscribed with interconnected runes and marred with cracks. What is now the ceiling bears similar inscriptions to the swirl inward, converging around a golden crystal disc 5 feet in diameter. An illusionary figure appears upside down in the far corner of the room, standing on the ceiling. It appears to be a long-faced human wizard, the same one that you've seen depicted on the statues just inside the entranceway. It begins to speak a strange, possibly forgotten language.
Well, I guess it's time to cast Comprehend Languages. Ritual cast.
Oh, that's just the wizard who worked in this spire. But if you must know, we can wait. I waited this long. And as you ritually cast it, you hear him going from like to behold my masterpiece. Here can illusions be made real, shadows become substance. Create your illusion, let it stand atop the crystal disc, and watch my rune chamber do its work. And it just repeats that over and over.
Great. I used Comprehend Languages to get a freaking ad.
Well,
Yep.
you richly cast it, so
Yeah.
You should have had ad blocker up.
Mm.
This expedition brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, wow.
Not literally for anybody watching. This is not sponsored, but maybe in the future, who knows?
NordVPN.
unfortunately, one of
Die Hard Dice.
the worst banes of being a simulacrum is I cannot learn anything new.
I can see why you want to be your own person then.
Yes.
Not being able to learn and grow, I can't even imagine it.
All I do know, though, is if I'm under the crystal disc and one of you touches the disc, I can become real.
So how will we make that happen? Out of context, where is the crystal disc he keeps talking about?
It's in the middle of the room.
All right, the one we have to press.
Yeah, you
Or
can just touch it.
Now, is it on the ceiling or on the floor?
It's currently on the floor, but it looks like it used to be on the ceiling.
Okay. All right, so we can easily just walk up to it and touch it while he's underneath it.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not going to be that difficult. All right.
I mean, this is super shady, though.
Wild will nod.
Did you say that out loud?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We
Super shady.
Yeah, like, so I have like 1,000 questions. Like, why does it bother you so much that you're not like real? You think for yourself, clearly. Who is to say you are not your own? Why does it bother you so much? I mean, it's like you cannot leave this place or something.
I'm a mirror reflection of my prime self at a specific time. He
So
can learn more and gain experience through time, and I cannot. Both of us, since I have the same mind of him, have always had a pursuit of arcane knowledge. It is cursed to not be able to acquire more.
He wants to learn, but he can't.
Exactly.
Literally can't. He can't pursue something that gave him purpose and made him feel whole.
So I mean, what you're saying is that you wanna learn. I mean, okay, so guys, like, you know what happens when some people gain too much power, right?
Wild just chuckles and says, "You shoot them with a shotgun."
The
Yeah,
camera,
exactly.
the camera pans each person. So does everyone have like an answer they want to do?
I just said mine.
Yep. Anyone else have one? If not, that's fine. I got one.
Rowan
So-
just blankly goes, you create a blizzard over an entire region of the world because you think you want to keep everything.
Has anyone even thought to ask what happened to his creator?
I mean, exactly. Like, there's
What?
so
The-
many
Low
things
turn.
we
The-
should
the last I-
discussing here.
The last I know, he went to East Haven a few weeks ago.
Seems like a bad idea. I'm just gonna
So-
say that.
This place has been here
Okay.
thousands of years, and just 2 weeks ago he left.
Yes.
And
Well,
in
no,
2
not-
weeks, you decided that you
He
wanted.
left his bodyguard with me.
Does he have another one?
Not that I know of. Unless he made
So
a new
he's-
one in the last 2 weeks.
He's like this
So-
all-powerful wizard, and he's not going around with a bodyguard, and he left the bodyguard with you for some reason.
Did
He
he
puts
have-
a hand on your shoulder. It's cold like snow. And he says, I'm not an all-powerful wizard.
And in 2 weeks, you already feel like you're being like dragged down, and you need to surpass your creator's knowledge.
No. This has been a feeling I've had for a lot more than 2 weeks.
How long
I'm a
ago-
mere tool of his. I'm just a construct.
And you
How
feel
long-
like you could be much more.
Over the last 2
I,
centuries,
I
why
wish
hasn't
I wish to just exist and be. I am
Okay,
just a
that's kinda-
shadow of him.
That's a good answer. I get that. Okay.
But why in the last 2,000 years has he not done that for you already?
I don't think he's been here for 2,000 years.
I'm 23. Well, I'm technically 2 years old, but
The
Well,
tower's
other
been
versions
here for
of-
2,000
The
years.
tower's been here for that long.
Yeah.
He was here recently, right?
yes.
The wizard's 23.
Yes.
And how
Okay,
long ago
then
were
see,
you
like a
created?
good,
He's
a good talk.
he's
like,
human.
there's a lot.
As well.
So wait, did he find this place and then bring you to existence?
No, I came here with him
Then why didn't you go with him?
because he told me to stay here.
Was he trying to get rid of you for a reason?
No. At least that's not what I would do. It'd be kind of foolish to get rid of a simulacrum. We're quite expensive.
Can I roll another kind of like?
Look, all I need for you guys is to touch the disc while I'm underneath it, and you guys can go about your own business. I will not bother you. Seriously.
I
I
think-
roll
You can
another-
have anything in this tower. I do not care for this tower.
But the thing is, how can you like become real from nothing? Like, do you like steal part of the person who touches his like soul or essence or?
I don't know because I can't learn anything. But my prime self was able to conclude that that's what this room is for and that's how it works.
Scotty.
Yes.
Can I roll another insight? Just
What are you inciting this time?
I want to see if he has any ulterior motives in this regard.
Okay.
And I got a 23 nat 20.
Okay. Let's see if I can dig up anything else for you.
Sorry, because I'm getting a whole bad vibe from this, and
Yeah. Rowan
It's a big leap of faith.
will give another roll too
I'm-
because she's
I'm-
just interested.
I'm not asking much of you at all. I just want you to touch a disc.
Yeah, Rowan got a 24 on that.
Okay.
Insight as well.
Let's see. You think he just genuinely wants to be what he says? Both of you. In fact, you can
really?
actually see in his eyes a bit of like he's worried because you guys got so high in your insight that he's worried that you guys will try to kill him or just leave him alone to his fate.
Rowan steps up to him, just hands away from her axes and puts a hand on his shoulder and just looks him in the eyes, just seriously with compassion, just goes, I'm a bard. I can't even imagine what it's like to not be able to learn new stories, learn new things to make people smile and feel good, and just learn new tales to teach them. I think it's a very noble thing to want to learn to grow as a person. I think it's very. She just smiles. Human.
You
Just
know,
leads him gently under the disc as she's saying that, and right when they're underneath, she just reaches and touches it for him.
Roll me a d100.
100. Okay, there's a D. D100. There's a D10. Okay, let's say. How do you tell what this is, Dan? I believe I should have used different dice. Oh, yeah, I picked it up and I lost where the track was on it. This. And this. 45.
Okay. The disc gives off a soft golden light. But besides that, nothing else happens.
Hmm.
And he's like, I don't feel any different. Am I any different? And he like goes to put a hand out to you.
I put a hand out to his hand.
As you go to touch him, you get within an inch, and a little spark, golden spark, goes from your hand to his, and he immediately turns into this like clear, with like almost like metal flake ectoplasm-y look, and he just kind of like blobs into this weird blob.
Oh,
Shit.
we killed it.
And as it just like goes, and you get like, because you're like right next to him, and it goes all over you, you take 6 acid damage as it starts corroding away at your being, clothes, flesh, everything.
Just prestidigitate.
As you see his face just seem to like appear and disappear, and he's like, "Wah!" and all this other stuff, and we roll initiative.
What?
What the hell? That was not good.
Well,
It
we
did
learned
not roll
about
very
pushing
well.
buttons.
This is what we learned about trusting people with undead familiars. Looks
Hey.
like
The undead familiar draws its sword at the blob.
okay.
Not good. That's a 5 for Rowan.
Okay.
Rolls are cursed with this dice. I need to get a different dice.
Let me roll for both the blob and the undead. Okay. The
Blue dice.
blob, I'm pretty sure is going last. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's going last. Unless one of you do really bad.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Dr. River, what'd you get?
21.
Periwinkle?
21.
I think Dr. River has better decks, maybe?
+3.
I have +2.
Wow, okay. Prism.
14.
Wild?
12.
Oh, wow. Actually,
Yeah, I rolled really bad.
And Valgg.
I rolled 2 single digits.
17. But I don't know what we're gonna do against them.
Okay, Dr. River, you are the first to act, as this thing is pretty much engulfed Rowan.
Wait, I'm inside this thing?
Yes.
What is this? Is it like
It's like a large blobby mass of ooze.
You're being a Kieran.
You know, have you seen Ghostbusters 2? You remember that pink
yeah.
ectoplasm stuff? Imagine that, but it's like clear with like metal
Right.
flakes all over.
Is this thing like clear like a freaking gelatinous cube clear? Good grief.
Kind of, but not that clear. But you do see like every once in a while just almost like shadows of his like face just like kind of like stretching, distorting, and other parts of his being.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. It's so fucking creepy too. I love
Oh,
it.
it's disgusting, but as a fan of 80s horror movies,
Yes.
ah,
Exactly.
I will tell you guys what this was, okay? So meta-wise, your characters would not know this. When you activate the rune chamber, you roll on a D100 chart, and your result was the illusionary object or creature is transformed into a hostile blob of corrosive and magical ectoplasm.
That's cool.
There's a chance that it would have worked, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course.
1 in 100 chance that it would work.
No,
Yeah.
more odds than that. But Dr. River, you are first.
Knowing the odds is going to make it worse.
Yeah.
Can I ask one meta question?
Hmm.
Is there a possibility that Rowan could have died doing that?
No.
Okay.
Actually, now I think about it, Rowan, who would have been closest to Rowan? This is bad for me to ask now, but
I feel like part of it is like Rowan did kind of just wander off with them.
okay. Then I guess no one else. Like most of this room is this blob in Rowan.
Wild was staying away from
Rowan's
that.
still Rowan, by the way. Like they didn't turn into part of the blob.
Yeah.
They haven't
good.
been fully Akiran yet.
It's
Just
like
partially.
really deep into it, or like on one side.
In straight in the middle.
Oh shit.
Because they were right next to him and they touched and just
Yeah, I got engulfed.
Does it look like she's trapped?
no.
All right. Well, since I can actually see her clothing being burned, I'm going to try to grapple her with my whip and yank her out.
Okay, roll to hit.
Going to hit Rowan, correct?
Yep. What's the AC we're going for, Rowan?
AC is 13. I have very low armor.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check, River.
14.
You yank, and the corrosive stuff seems to be adhesive as well, and it just like holds Rowan in. And as it does, your whip also corrodes a bit, and now it has a -1 to damage rolls.
All right. What about if my zombie help yank?
You're gonna have your zombie go in?
No, I mean help yank, pull against the corrosiveness or on the whip to yank her out.
Sure. Have them roll.
A strength check.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 18.
Still is stuck in it. Do you do anything else on your turn? I believe you have a move. Because the bonus action is your undead follower doing stuff.
So it's trying to yank on that. I can't, doing it as spells or anything. I just bonus action right now. Someone help me yank her out.
Periwinkle, you are next.
I'm on it. Run up to the. All right. First of all, I'm gonna rage, so I have like advantage on this shit. And then I'm going to stick my.
Don't you have to roll, Callie?
Well,
You
I'm
do.
telling what to do. Oh shit!
You rage first, and then we see what happens.
I had
I
to.
don't-
As soon
I've
as
never-
I heard, as soon as Callie went, I'm raging. I'm like, oh boy, yeah.
This
let's
is
see if
worth.
we get-
This is well worth
Okay.
it, though.
Okay, whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution.
Oh, that's cool.
You notice
okay.
Periwinkle have almost like the same effect as this ooze, and it's like more like a like Halo Heartlight shield around her.
Okay, cool. Because I'm going to stick my little tiefling head inside the ooze and grab Rowan and pull her out.
All right. As you touch it, you feel it like eat away at you. As you take,
It takes force damage.
it does not attack you. You moved into it.
I mean, if you dive into it, it doesn't count as an attack.
No.
Yeah.
Fine.
You take 8 acid damage.
All right, I'm
Your
still.
rage does not have that. It's only non-magical.
Yeah.
It's not non-magical. It's just bludgeoning, piercing, and
Yeah,
and-
physical
Slashing.
damage.
yeah. It's not non-magical because non-magical does apply in that regard too. It's not like because it'd be ridiculous. It would not carry any amount of level scaling
Yeah, that's very true.
for players.
But anyway, Periwinkle, strength
All right.
saving throw.
Okay, I have
You have advantage.
it's a strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm. You do have advantage because you're raging.
Okay. Well, I would have before I say it, then I'm going to reckless attack and then I will get rage, or then I will get advantage.
You're not making an attack, though.
Yeah, and you get advantage regardless.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do the reckless attack in this regard because it actually would weaken you.
Okay.
Ooh.
So 21.
21.
You
21.
You have a hold of Rowan. And you pull them out, and they are just, you and them, Rowan, are just barely out of this weird magical abomination. Now I think about this as kind of like My Hero Academia episode 1. Weird.
Yes.
It is kind of like that, yeah.
Gross.
But Rowan just goes.
But Rowan's not Bakugo, so we're good.
Yeah.
Ah!
And that I would definitely be your full move. And your action was grabbing Rowan. And bonus action was rage.
You also have you also have a second attack though, because it is technically a grapple.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I can attack the.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it. I did say saving throw, not a grapple, but it's fine.
Please don't wield Rowan as your weapon.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Just don't.
No.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Do it. Come on.
No. I take out I'll just like pull out my retractable javelin that I forgot that I had, and then I'll stick it in there. That's all I got.
Roll to hit.
Okay.
This technically would be the first attack this round. If you wanted to recklessly attack.
Oh, I can't. Okay. All right. Yeah, 22.
Yeah, that hits. And this is piercing damage. Yeah.
Yes.
Javelin, so he has piercing.
6.
Okay. You stab it, and as you do, part of the javelin corrodes, and now it has a -1/2 damage.
Man. Oh, that's why I didn't use my axe.
After Periwinkle, we go to Valgg, who's probably out the hallway.
How big is this thing?
Bigger than you.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Does Zane seem to actually increase in size when it turned into this form?
Does it feel like it's trying to kill us, or like?
Yes, you can actually see like pseudopods like reaching out for people, and it's clearly harming them on contact.
Okay, then I will run, because Periwinkle and Rowan are out of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I will run towards it, but not inside it.
Okay.
And then I will attack with the hoofs first. And then we'll see.
Before you attack with the hooves, you noticed every single weapon that attacked it corroded.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. Roll to hit.
14.
14 hits. And now your hooves have, after this attack, -1 damage.
Okay.
As they seem to be eaten away by this weird magic ooze.
But I unwavering mark this bitch. And then
You also
as an
take
action.
You also take 2 acid damage.
Okay. And then as an action, I will dodge.
Wait, no, well, you're attacking with the hooves, aren't you? Isn't that your action?
No, but that's a bonus action.
Charge
Because I
attack.
because
What did
I
you
charged.
What'd you get for the damage?
Oh, I deal damage. I'm here. I'm just happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here.
Definitely happy to have you.
I assume this is bludgeoning as well.
6 bludgeoning, regular bludgeoning, non-magical.
Okay. A
damage.
big chunk of the blob gets knocked off by your hooves. You like stomp it out, and the magic sparkles in it seem to like, and like that part of it like disappears.
So I unwavering market, and then I take the dodge action as my what did that do? Because I think that raises my AC or something like that.
Dodge gives them disadvantage on attacking you,
Works.
and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay, that works.
It's very good, especially if you're like defensive duelist. It's a good
Yeah.
one for fighter. But in any case, and that's Valgg's turn.
Yeah.
Valgg, yeah. Prism, you are up next.
Okay, so we're just like right on the edge of this thing now.
You
When
are
Perry pulled me out.
you are on the edge, and you're about to break.
Yes, exactly. Rowan just horrified at what happened, feeling partially.
Did I say Rowan?
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I meant Prism. I was looking at Prism, and I thought I said Prism. I'm sorry.
No, you said. I thought you said Prism.
You said Prism. Sorry. I jumped the gun. I'm bad.
So I want to take my movement along the outside of the room and head towards the hole where Valgg just came from.
Okay, what's your movement speed again?
30, I believe. Yes, 30.
Yeah, 20 feet of your movement, you're right below the hole.
Cool. And then I'm going to do something that I rarely do. I'm going to attack.
It's no longer visible.
It's a straight hall, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not in the hallway.
But I can't see it from the hallway.
No, because you went from the top right room into the hallway, moved all the way over, and then moved into the top right.
Okay.
So you
let
see
me
the room without
rephrase my let me rephrase my
any
movement then.
furniture in it on level 4. That's where this thing's at.
Let me rephrase the movement then.
Okay.
I go along the outside of the wall to the door, and as far out the door as I can with still being able to see it.
Okay, that would be just right outside the door. You move maybe 5-10 feet. Because you were right next to the door anyway, because you were hiding behind Valgg.
And then I cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
And a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom. Oh, what's good at those? 6.
Fails and takes, I believe, 2d12 necrotic. I need my d12s. I haven't had a chance to use these yet. 7 and a 12, 19 necrotic.
Okay, as you do that, you notice that like the bell's reverb seems to go through it a bunch, and it seems to recoil from it. And you actually all hear like a very muffled, like someone trying to scream through, like they're just drowning in syrup.
I know that sound very well.
I'm concerned.
Ugh.
And if applicable, I would like to use my bonus action to hide behind the wall.
Sure.
Cool. And 16 for stealth.
Okay. After Prism, we go to our poor White, who draws out their longsword, and they attempt 2 longsword attacks. And you notice that even though their longsword gets corroded, as it slashes and chops at this horrible abomination. Oh man. It actually chops it in half. And now there are 2 of them.
This is getting out of the hand. Now there's 2 of them.
What?
It's a thing that this type of enemy can do.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. But now who has the mark?
Yes.
Okay.
And seeing that literally did nothing except make things worse. I'll say that was the first strike. It attempts to grab one of the 2 with its offhand. And you notice that like this red swirling color of dark power just as it reaches for it. As I'm totally ripping off Dark Souls with the dark hand. And it goes to grab it. With his life drain, 16 hits, con save, ooze, fails. So it takes some necrotic damage. Oh, it takes max? However, because he touched it with his hand, you notice his hand start to corrode. Ooh, yeah, it corrodes a little bit. Excuse me while I'm getting the health for this white. And okay. Popping out of Periwinkle's backpack is Handrew.
Oh no, he's gonna corrode.
No.
We came
My
all this way
undead
for
son.
nothing.
But like,
Push him back in.
let him lend a hand.
Ah,
I have to every time hand you.
He only has 4 hit points.
4 hand points.
I was gonna say 1 for each finger. Wait.
I was gonna say 1 for each finger too.
I mean, technically, yes. 1 for each finger and a thumb.
Spoofy. Sorry, I'm trying to find a thing. Oh, Garfield says hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Garf.
hello,
We
Garfield.
haven't seen him in like 3 or 4 sessions.
Yeah, he just likes to talk. He never wants to be on camera, though.
When we played Strad, he was all the time on your lap.
Yeah.
Well, when you're playing one of the most evil campaigns, you need a cat in your lap to just stroke
Yeah.
menacingly like a mastermind.
It was a dread zone.
It's all coming together.
What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do when it comes for you? There we go. Okay. Andrew is like sitting on your shoulder, right? And he puts his hand out like this, and a blast of cold and 15-foot cold shoots out from it.
What?
And Pudding's gonna need a con save. It fails.
Oh my
let's see.
god.
How much damage is this? Oh, it's barely anything. Cool. You notice it start to
Barely
freeze
anything
over.
but 300 damage.
You notice it barely do anything to this blob, but it does seem to slow it down. And Andrew's like pulling on your shoulder to try to pull you towards the door.
Oh, it just
Wild.
sees that.
Hey, it's me.
Wait. Did I go yet?
You
You go
had
after
you had
me.
initiative of
Oh.
5, right?
Yeah, I had initiative 5. I'm just used to wild rolling stupid high.
Yeah, I know, right? I rolled a 12.
Generally, it's like on top of initiative.
Yeah, usually. All right.
So there's now 2 blobs in the room.
Well, I'll take a first. I'll take a shot with my shotgun at the first one. So that's a 22 to hit.
Yep. And that definitely beats it by 5.
Does it beat it by 5? Perfect. There's my other D6 or my D8. 10, 13 piercing damage.
Okay. Blows it into chunks. Barely any of it left.
All right. Well, then I'll turn to the other one.
Okay.
17
17 hits.
plus 5.
Yep.
$18.
It's also you. So this is the shotgun in both of those.
Yes, I can take 2 shots with it. I have multi-attack.
Okay. And it just kind of like gibs, and like most of the pieces just seem to dissipate into nothingness. And then the second shot, you do the same thing. And now there's 2 like smaller blobs left.
While to look around.
The rest of it splattered onto the stone in the back, and you notice it's like sizzling as it's hitting the stone.
Wild to go look, and Wild to move over to Rowan and them.
That was piercing damage, right?
Piercing, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm just gonna move closer to Rowan, and that'll be it. Because I'm not attacking it. I have nothing to attack right now. So.
Hey, Rowan.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
All right. How bad does this thing look?
There's barely anything left of the 2 chunks that are still moving.
Okay. Rowan just looks devastated that it didn't work and that it turned him into this. So she just screams and casts 2nd level Thunder Wave. It's 3d8. Need a DC 15 con save.
You know Perry is right next to you.
I know. I'm pressing it outward from me, not hitting her.
Okay. What was
Hitting
it?
pressing it toward them. DC's 15.
Okay. Since there's 2 of them, let me.
But
roll.
doesn't Thunder Wave emanate from you?
No, that's Thunderclap.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You're thinking of this cantrip. This is the spell.
Unfortunately, both succeeded. One just barely.
All right, so they will take half of 3d8.
Might still kill it though.
Okay. 16.
So half of 16.
Half of 16.
Okay.
So 8.
There's a loud bang in the room that echoes through the entire tower, and probably out beyond. Bit of tightness in everyone's ears. The room seemed to shake a bit just from the sheer shock wave of the attack. And you notice like the glitter and goo and stuff all over the walls and the floor and the ceiling in this room, and they're just like slowly starting to corrode away the stonework. And right when you guys think that it's done, just a tiny little bit of it starts moving towards someone.
Whoever's nearest.
And I'm gonna roll a dice to see who it goes for. So I got Rowan, I got Periwinkle, I got the white, and I got Valgg. So Rowan's 1, Periwinkle's 2, white is 3, Valgg is 4. 2.
No matter who attacks, because it's advantage though.
Oh, interesting. It attempts to reach out at you, Periwinkle. And it normally would have disadvantage, but because you recklessly attacked, it negates that.
Mm.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
But it also takes 1d6 force damage.
Okay, roll your force damage.
3.
Okay, so here's what happens. It like goes from the ground and it just kind of like, and it like jumps and it latches onto your chest, and your magic stuff just like contests with its magic stuff, and you just destroy it. But it lands on you still.
Okay.
And it lands at a bit of force, but you're raging. So you take only 2 bludgeoning damage. That's after it's been halved, because you're raging.
Okay.
But you also take 21 acid damage,
Sheesh.
and your AC goes down by 1 on your armor.
Forever?
I mean, you could repair it.
I mean, you don't have armor, Callie.
Are you wearing armor?
No.
Oh,
Callie, you have
then
a
you're
natural
fine.
armor class.
Then you're fine.
You don't
Oh.
lose any armor.
I thought it was, you said AC, and so I was like, if I lose a part of my
Non-magical armor worn by the target is dissolved, but you're not wearing any
okay.
armor, so
I'm not
your
wearing
clothes are dissolved. I guess
Flesh counts, doesn't it?
So what you're saying is we should not go back.
that's what
to,
the acid damage is.
Yeah.
So we'll say Periwinkle has a Power Girl burn mark in her clothes now, but it's not hot because it's acid burn right there.
I mean, I don't know. Acid's pretty hot when it comes in contact with your skin. Not in the way that you're thinking, in the other way, in the way that it really fucking hurts and it burns.
Something ripping away hydrogen atoms from your body.
Exactly.
And with that, we end initiative.
Well, I was gonna look at Rowan and kind of, you okay?
Just takes a deep breath and just damn it.
Wild will nod and give her a gentle pat on the back.
She just sighs and her shoulders slump a little bit.
She'll just softly say, "It never gets easier."
No. Doesn't seem like it.
The white just stares at where this ooze was at, staring at the golden disc.
Does it do anything if any of us move towards it?
Do you move towards it?
No, just trying to try to get its attention.
Sword still drawn. It doesn't seem to pay attention to you at all.
Wild is gonna reload her. She's gonna reload her gun right now, though, and yeah, just
I'm gonna go ahead and cast mending on my whip, and if anyone needs their items repaired.
You cast mending on your whip, and it smooths out the acidic burn, but it still has the detriment on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get our armor repaired or just go buy some new ones.
So I think this is a cautionary tale about how everyone has to silver their weapons.
Exactly.
can't really silver mine.
You're fine.
Couldn't you just buy silver shot?
Do I need to though?
It's magic, right?
It would.
The white walks over towards the golden disc.
Mhm.
Maybe we should try to touch it and see what happens.
I don't think the white's an illusion.
And it puts its hand on the disc and hesitates for just a moment, and then it takes the disc out of the socket where it was at, and it puts it in its clothes. And it stands in the middle of the room and looks towards the door and looks at all of you and nods, and then it stops moving and just keeps looking at the door.
Wild's gonna take a look at the door as well now.
Nothing really there.
So
Actually, can whites not talk?
I don't.
if the wizard is dead and the snowy guy also is dead, is this thing going to stay here for eternity?
Undead don't make any sense to begin with.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm looking at the stats. And the white says, I'm gonna make sure that this doesn't happen again. Leave now.
His swords are like all corroded and stuff, right?
He has one long sword, and he has a long bow as well. And the sword is just got this like jagged acidic burn edge to it.
I will give him one hand axe.
And you notice his other hand's like Bakugo's hand, not Bakugo, Deku's hand, and it's like all messed up and stuff.
Yeah.
I will give him one sharpened hand axe, pristine. Like, well, maybe this will. You can use this.
He sheathes his sword and he takes it, and he puts it onto his belt loop, and he nods, and he just crosses his arms and says, "Thank you."
I will nod and walk away.
If you see the real Dazan, let me know.
What?
Let him know if we find Dazan.
Oh, this. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If we find him, we'll let you know.
I hope your watch is short, dude.
So what are you going to do with that?
Make sure no one uses it.
Can we have it?
No.
I don't think it's a river. I don't think that's a good idea. That's something that's too dangerous to be in.
Do we want that?
I don't think we want it. It's too dangerous.
But then let's destroy it.
Something tells me something like that can't be destroyed.
Not that easily, at least.
I think it's safe to have it here.
Mhm.
Like, it's been like here for 2,000 years.
And no one discovered it until recently.
Exactly.
Go.
Let's just head back to the tent.
Yeah, let's leave. Let's
We have
rest,
things to do.
heal, sharpen our weapons, get new ones.
We have things to do. We just need to get to
Play with Handrew while it lasts.
There was a item. The copy found. He had no interest in it. You can have it. It was in the other room on the floor above.
That's very generous. Thank you. Rowan will just be kind of quiet and just leave.
I'm already shimmering up the rope to go check it out what this object is.
Okay. The rest of you all go to leave. And the last one of you to leave, who would that be?
Probably Wild, because she's the only one that doesn't need the rope when if they pull it up.
If you search for Dazan, watch out for his rivals. The other members of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Wild will nod. I will. Just internally, I don't trust mages to begin with, so anyone who's a rival of a mage is pretty well someone not to be trusted.
Do you know who they are?
No.
One is a tiefling named Avarice. She's an evoker, and she has 2 gargoyles with her. The other one's a human diviner named Nas Landwehr. She is quite young. Her weakness is that she's always looking ahead, but never behind. And lastly, there is Valine Harpel, a necromancer. She is quite old, but the Harpel name is well known, at least in the Sword Coast. And I can get you all their names. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm just typing it in right now. She'll nod and say, I'll keep an eye out. And she'll give him a nod and then walk out.
Okay. Dr. Rivers, since you're the first one in the room, here's what you see. You see some effort has been taken to arrange the contents of this upside-down room into a functional office. A table stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by small stacks of books. Lying on the table is a whirring amulet on a chain. I got a picture.
Get up and examine it.
It is an amulet, and it's got fancy runes on it. It appears to be made of metal and wood, but you can give me an Arcana check on it. Or investigation or whatever intelligence check you want.
15.
Arcana?
Investigation.
It appears to be made of dark wood, which is a very hard, like almost like mahogany-like wood, and the metal appears to be adamantium.
Damn.
The chain is mithril.
So because I know Darkwood very well. That's what my first ever character's spear was made out of in Pathfinder.
When I pick it up, does anything happen?
Not really, no. It just stops floating. It's a bit heavier than you expected, but when you realize it's made of adamantium, that solves that mystery. It's 4 inches wide, so it's pretty big.
Time being, I'll just wear it and out of there.
All right. You feel like you can attune to it, but it'll take an hour.
Okay. Once we get out here, see about doing that.
Okay. When everybody else gets into the room, Prism, you notice books everywhere.
I think Saege to just step away for a second.
You guys notice books everywhere.
Rowan will just look through them. Are they anything like the other ones? Just like netheries?
Well, these appear to be there are a few that are readable titles among stacks of worthless damaged books on the floor. It looks like most of the bookshelves are empty on your way in for the other rooms, and you're thinking they might have been brought here for closer examination. You notice one, on the title is in Elvish.
Mm-hmm.
Another one in common says "From Shadows, Substance." Another one in common that reads, "Here lies the king." And another one in a language you do not understand. You're thinking it's Denethres.
What is the Elvish one?
Oh yeah, you can read Elvish. Lost Scrolls of Sabriel.
Does that name ring a bell?
Not really, no, but if you look through it quickly, you see that it's a scholarly tome, and it seems to be talking about some kind of ancient scrolls left behind by an elf wizard. But that was from a very quick glimpse. It's all in Elvish.
She'll take a look at the one that the Lost Scrolls. Just keep that one.
Okay.
Peruse it later.
Okay.
Also, what's in what? Just like glancing over, what is Here Lies the King?
Here Lies the King seems to be a novel, a fictional novel. From what you could tell, it seems like the protagonist is some kind of illusionist wizard. At least that's what you're getting from the prologue at the beginning.
How good's the author? Like, is it as a bard and teller of stories? Is this amateur work or does this seem like published author work?
I mean, it's okay. It's probably published, but not anything special.
Right.
Something that you could probably find in any bookstore for reading.
All right, Rowan will just take it. Might be useful later.
Do you guys want to do anything else in the tower, or do you guys decide to head out?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Andrew. I'm gonna say,
He's like this, and he's shaking at the bottom of your backpack.
He knows what he's done.
In sign language, I told Andrew, "You asked, you can't do that." So, he knows what he did.
He crawls out of your backpack, and he starts to float in the air. And suddenly, you notice from the wrist, like down to the elbow, part of an arm appears.
Andrew is evolved. He's now Armdrew.
No, he is Armando.
Oh my god! Is it permanent? Like, can other people see that now?
The rest of you see that.
What? Rowan just looks, goes, did he always have, like, no, he didn't.
Oh, no.
Perry, what in the hell is this thing? What in hell is...
It's fine.
And he just kind of like,
whoa.
apparently Thunderwave went off.
Damn.
He just kind of like floats in the air next to you.
Wild just looks at Perry with like a look at.
She's just like
karate chop.
Roll to hit.
Does it have like an elbow joint and everything?
It does not have the elbow joint. Like, that's where it's cut off.
Does the arm look corporeal, or is it phantasmal? Or is
It looks quite tangible. The flesh, the skin is albino, but the weirdest thing about it is it doesn't look like it was just like a ripped off arm. The end of it actually has a fancy metal facet on the end. It has like crazy arcane runes all over it.
Is it in like any language that I could read, or it's not in Elvish or Common? I'm guessing. Giant.
Yes.
Or Dwarvish.
I'm gonna roll for it. But what'd you get to hit?
1.
That one?
And that one.
We gotta keep with the chart. Roll me d100.
Against my hand friend. 26.
That's what you get for attacking Andrew, Callie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nothing else happens. He just kind of moves out of the way. It is not in any languages you know, Rowan.
Wild will look to Periwinkle and say, "You better explain."
Yep.
Let me double check everyone's languages real quick. Okay, actually, I'll just go one at a time. Wild, what languages do you know?
I know Common and Infernal.
Okay, how about Periwinkle?
Common and Infernal.
Valgg?
Hey, same hat.
Common Common, Dwarvish, and Sylvan.
Okay. Prism, what languages do you know?
All of them. I have Eyes of the Runekeeper. I can read anything.
Okay, you can see, since you missed this, Handrew decided to float in the air, and Handrew is actually a four-arm Drew, as magically appearing as the rest of its forearm. And on the end where you would see bone and flesh normally, there seems to be like a cap on it with a bunch of magic runes on it. And you can read that they are of various schools of magic, and they're all... You don't know what language, but you can read it. And they seem to be written in a very chaotic manner. It's so complex that you're not even sure if you can quite comprehend it, but you know the majority of it is necromancy.
Neat.
Wild still looks at Perry with an expectant look on her face.
Puberty. He's going through puberty.
The
I'm
dead
done.
don't go through puberty.
I'm just done. I'm leaving.
Say there's books. Say there's books in here as well. And Rowan looks over at Periwinkle and is like, Perry, what was Handrew before he was a hand? Who did he belong to? Or what did this belong to?
We're gonna take a short rest before we head out of here while you're, doing hand drew signals.
Periwinkle, you know he spelled out wizard. And he pointed
Yeah.
at himself.
Yeah, I know we did.
He also signs... Don't tell patience.
No.
Wild is still staring at Perry.
Okay. Handrew says that he used to belong to a wizard, which is he was a wizard. And that's all I know.
I mean,
roll
the,
insight.
the two positives are like it's gonna be harder to lose him now, and now it's like in a better reach for a fist bump. So
Yeah.
Callie, I'm rolling insight against you, just so you know.
Okay. I'll should I roll deception?
Inspiration point for Valgg. We're doing a fist bump with Andrew.
Rowan will hold out a hand for like just that warrior forearm shake with him.
This is gonna be a minute. Can I
Yeah,
go ahead and just
grass
start
and-
attuning to this thing?
The smiles.
Yeah, you can start attuning to it.
Yeah, let's take a minute so Prism can look over the books if she wants, and we can continue to grill Perry about what the hell her floating wizard hand that may or may not be the hand of Vecna is.
Speaking of which, I'll take the two books out of my tail bag and hand them to Prism.
Periwinkle, I'm going to tell you what he just signed, and I'll leave it up to you if Periwinkle will share this.
So I think we should take this as a sign of hope.
I was like, what? Yeah. Okay. Andrew says, no, Vecna is a flaccid idiot.
I said that out of character.
What's a Bagna?
Vecna is a public.
Pretty much the DC 5 would be, you all know he's an evil wizard.
Oh.
This is from Andrew does not like Vecna. I'll tell you. How much can I say?
About what?
About my son.
About Andrew?
Yes. How much would Perry know?
This is all new to her.
This is all new to her?
This is all new.
This is not new to Callie, but
Okay.
it's new to Perry.
Periwinkle. All Periwinkle knows.
Okay.
And you're going to share this with everybody?
Yeah.
All Periwinkle knows is that her parents were adventurers at one time, and they went into this place called Undermountain in Waterdeep, and they found this hand there.
Yep, that's all I know. Sorry. I did not realize how much Periwinkle knew versus what Callie knows about this.
What's a Waterdeep?
We have all heard
You all know. You know what Waterdeep. Everyone knows what Waterdeep is. It's one of the
we
most
all
famous
have-
port cities.
Would we all have heard of the Undermountain?
If you want to say you have, sure.
Nah. Rowan will just like, oh, that's the place in Waterdeep with the tavern, right?
Oh, which one? Because my
The-
family owns like a really nice tavern that I came up here to. Yeah.
The one with the hole in the floor that people can go down into
Oh,
go
yeah.
do dungeon crawl stuff.
Yeah. That is the other tavern. My dad really likes that place, but I'm not a fan of it.
Was it called the Snoring Door or something like that?
You're invading on my territory on spoof names.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Also, just a kudos to you, Sky. That's really cool that you can do that. I tried to learn that when I was in homeschool, and that's really awesome.
Okay,
signing.
Don't give me too much credit. Some of it actually is sign, and some of it I'm just making up.
No, well, I just know how to say thank you in sign language. That's it.
It's really difficult when there's only one hand.
That's true.
I just had to look up ass, but basically everything else. But I was like, wait, you just signed ass.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If only one hand is using sign language, is that an accent or a speech impediment?
Yes.
It is a speech impediment, for sure.
I would have thought there would have been like a
In
version.
this specific situation, it is.
In real life, there is.
Periwinkle.
In real
In real life,
life,
there is a one-handed sign language.
yes. And there's also a version of sign language where if you don't have hands, you can sign with your feet.
That's cool.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead, Valgg.
Periwinkle. Is Andrew
Yes.
gonna keep growing?
I'm not sure.
He signs no and says and turns towards Periwinkle and goes sorry.
It's fine. He says no, so he's fine. He just hit a growth spurt, and that's about it.
Okay, nice.
Look to a bad page. I really honestly don't know. I mean, I could ask my parents about it, but I'm out of the slots for the month, so I have to wait.
Your parents didn't put enough time on your phone.
I
No.
was just worried it would grow into a full, like, super attractive, like, zombie dude or something.
Hey, Andrew, are you attractive? He says yes.
Lluis, there's nothing stopping you from drawing this.
No.
Just to give you an idea, I guess the hand looks masculine, whatever you want to call that. But it's not like workers' hands. It's very smooth,
It's
scholarly.
definitely a
hand.
wizard.
Yeah.
It's
a
definitely
wizard's
wizard's.
And it's like almost alabaster white. Like it's very like albino white.
I mean, I assume male because of your name, but it's also a pun. So if those gender, like, it's okay with you or not.
And he starts signing a bunch of things real quick, and Periwinkle translates.
Yeah, I'll look at Periwinkle like, what?
I did not come up with the name myself. Her dad did.
I was gonna say exactly the same thing. So
I picture Periwinkle saying that right at like just a second, like a fraction of a second, as Andrew is signing it.
yeah.
So yeah, for all I know, it could be a female. I don't know.
No.
Rowan just actually is curious now. She just goes, "What are your pronouns, Andrew?"
He, him.
He, him. Yeah.
She just nods and goes, "All right, keeping with the what you already know. Thank you. It's good to know that." Good.
I would not know how to sign this, but I guess he goes like, and it means Periwinkle kids these days.
She goes, "It's good to know. Communication is key, and also preference as well."
I was gonna look at Periwinkle, so you know that's all you know then?
That's all I know.
Since the secret is out, can we go back down there and study some magic? My main problem is that I cannot use material components or verbal components.
I'm scared.
Does it hover? Like it flies now?
I always could. But this would be, of course, Perry translating all this. But this is a secret I have not told anyone, not even Periwinkle's parents.
Oh, so serene and patient.
So what you're saying, you could have been all this time hovering around us, like doing like the jellyfish thing, and you didn't.
Yes.
I'm slightly disappointed, but I still love you.
Why do you want to learn more magic?
You love me?
Yeah, I'm really attached to you. Like you have like 5 fingers.
I'm
and you're
a floating dismembered hand.
You're still part of the team.
But you're like super try to be helpful and sign and like you always talk to me. Even though I don't understand anything.
Well, okay.
I will say, like, going forward, can Periwinkle teach Valgg sign language if it's possible?
It'll take time.
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably as much as I know from one semester of college sign language.
Why do you want to learn more magic?
I just remembered I can't read.
And you're right, though.
I mean, yes.
Because I have like cartographer and calligraphy and stuff on me all the time. Because postman.
Okay, how can he not read but he can hear us?
Signs magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Well then.
By the way, this is the actual sign for magic.
Then magic has some literacy.
This is sunshine.
What is sunshine with magic?
If we go back down, we have to take care of the white.
Okay, so anyone wants to grab more books or what?
He says, nah. Let him rot.
Mean.
So where will we be going to learn more spells for you?
It's be hard to do, but in two-handed, it's books.
All right, well, let's go back to the books.
Go to check out the other books, and you guys search around the other rooms and stuff. I won't go room by room again this time, but I'll say with some investigations, you have those books that you found. Let's see, what else? Actually, I think those are all the books that you find of interest. However, you do notice that there appears to be an invisible chest in a room. And you find it unintentionally, aka you kind of kicked it and it hurt. And you actually heard it like shift a bit on the ground from being kicked. And then when you went to go feel around for it, you could feel like there's a chest, but it's invisible.
Can we try and find a way to just like feel around for a lock?
Yeah, you find it.
Right. See if I can axe it open.
You know, I have a way to unlock it.
If you want, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
I'll just I'll assist by just helping you find where it is on the thing.
All right, this will be a disadvantage because you cannot see it.
Okay, so it's neutral with Rowan helping. All right.
The chest weighs
16.
25 pounds, by the way.
16.
You're fiddling with it. You can like kind of feel where it's at, and you think you're getting somewhere, and then it just you don't get anywhere past that, and you're not sure if you were close to unlocking it or if you weren't even close
It's
to
a
that.
high level chest. All right, smash it open.
All right, hand axes. Do you need to swing for it?
Yeah, it'll be a disadvantage.
I'm gonna use a different one.
We'll just give me like 3 attacks because we don't need to go turn by turn.
So that's going to, the first one is a 12.
Okay.
Ugh, not good. That one's a 10. Not rolling good tonight.
It is a
This one is 23.
Okay. This is a disadvantage.
Okay, so I roll these all again.
You don't need to. This was just to get it like an idea. So
Right.
you are hacking at it, and you are hacking at it for a few minutes, and you're actually starting to get low in breath. Like you're getting a little winded. And you know you're making some kind of progress, but this thing's very durable. You're thinking maybe it's magical, which is why it's more durable than a normal chest.
I think this is some kind of spell. Like it made an invisible chest or something.
I'll just shrug and say, we can always just take the chest.
You could, I suppose.
Well, I'll just kind of bend over, pick it up, and just go, Valgg. I called you at the perfect time while your mouth was full of wine. We got a thing for you to carry.
Yeah.
Just Valgg walk over.
All right, it weighs 25 pounds, and it's an invisible chest.
So you see Wild walk over to you with like in her arms is like a large chest and drop it on your back, and you feel 25 pounds.
You're miming it, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check because I think I'm starting to get close to the.
If you're, I think I have enough carrying capacity to carry it too.
Oh no, actually I'm halfway there. Never mind.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think you're that close.
No, I can carry a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and then Wild drops the 25-pound chest on your back.
All right, and then as you go and check out the rest of the places, you go back into the area that the Zan Simulacrum was staying at, where all those books were. And you look through those books, didn't see anything new, but you start looking through other things that they have in there. And you find a small brass key and a sealed scroll made of the same material as the flail that the undead dude that Dr. River has is. It's like the same material. It's like ice glass thing.
Don't trust that at all. Is there a way to unseal the scroll without touching the like whatever part of it is made of that metal?
The main part, the tube part, is this material, but you can open up the sealed scroll tube. It has wax on it.
Okay, let's She looks over there. Should we give it a shot?
Don't see why not.
I think that key might go for our invisible chest. We can try that as well. At least if it doesn't go there, then it's for something we can use. All right. Rowan's gonna not touching the metal parts. Is just going to
It is
use her wax to
unless
seal.
you have a magical means or something creative, you will have to touch it to open.
Anyone have mage hand?
Wait, it's a tube, right?
Yeah, it's a scroll tube. Like a map tube thing.
And the
It's
metal only reacts when you touch the metal part, right? When you're with like your hand.
It's not a metal. It's like this grayish ice looking material.
Yeah.
Right, but it would only react badly if you touched it. I'm guessing, right?
Wild walks up and just
You're
plucks
not.
it from.
You're not
takes it
sure.
from River.
River touched
Wild-
the flail and nothing happened.
Wild just takes it from Rowan's hand and opens it up.
You take it.
Does-
You undo the seal and you look inside, and there is a scroll.
Wild just looks around and then hands it back to hands the scroll to Rowan.
Okay, what does it look like? It is. I'm gonna identify it.
You pull out the scroll, and you can see that it's a rolled up piece of golden foil,
Ooh.
and it has a
Fancy.
spell on it. And you cast Identify on it?
Yeah.
It is a scroll of invisibility.
Mhm.
Ooh, nice.
And it actually does have the signature of Dazan on it.
Hmm.
The simulacrum couldn't have made this.
Right. Rowan just when she finishes her casting, she gets that little eye bleed again, and because I rolled for it, and yeah, I got a 15. I'm gonna incorporate dice into this. Anything above a 10 is the Odin influence. Anything below that is Auril. And she is just like, just smiles. Okay, at least something went right today. And like just describes what it is to everybody.
That could be very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew says, "Darn, I still need to say something to use that spell."
Do you need the vocal components if it's a scroll?
Yes.
I can
The
never
scroll
remember.
the scroll takes care of the material and the spell slot. He signs to you.
Looks like Andrew needs to learn telepathy.
Maybe
That would
maybe
be
you
nice.
can- she just
So
maybe-
technically, vocal does need to be vocal, not just telepathic.
right.
Because
And
I'm saying this out of character because Wild has no fucking clue about magic.
Oh yeah.
don't be upset, Andrew. You can give like the coolest punch in the world.
He taps the scroll and he spells out a word for Periwinkle. Since you all seem so concerned about it.
Uh,
Took me a bit.
Does that mean anything?
does Perry say it aloud?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rowan just sort of narrows her eyes at that and goes, "That's the same metal that the Duragar was talking about they were using for the dragon."
It holds magic well. Good substance for it. Can be used to make staves and wands.
Is it the same thing that the zombie has though as the metal?
He floats,
It's
he
nice,
floats
nice.
over to it and he feels the flail part and he goes, "Yes."
So that's not good. It makes people crazy. Good for
I don't know what the sound would be, but he says, "No," and then he changes that and he goes, "Well, not normally."
well, whatever this one found made him go insane and want our skulls. Just makes me wonder if the Duragar found anything similar.
So do you think this is like a key component? This material is a key component for the Frostmaiden climate solution?
Rowan's like expression just darkens. He just goes, "I don't think she needs it. I think she's strong enough for it. I think this is some like the Duragar said. This is what the dragon they're making to attack 10 towns is going to be made of. A lot more of this."
Holds. Miles just kind of not shrug. We should find them then.
And we do need
How-
to. We need to.
so-
We should also tell the people of 10 towns what's going on.
But like, how do we break this then?
Points at River and says, "You're a cleric, right?"
Yes, I am.
Points at the tube and the flail and says, "Can you detect if it's evil?"
We have that selected.
It says, essentially, evil magic can be stored in it, good magic can be stored in it. Sorry.
I have the ability, but I would have to take a long rest to re-up that slot.
Okay.
We can find out later.
Since I can, change my spells after a long rest.
When we're back in civilization, we can have a rest and find out.
Yes.
Now you got that brass key. Do you try to use it on that invisible chest?
Sure.
Okay. Where was it? There it is. Okay. You go to open it up, and as you do, you hear like a pressurized change, like and it opens up, and the interior is visible. And you see what appears to be an ancient leather-bound spellbook that bears a rune on the spine identical to the one that's on the amulet. After a few seconds, the spellbook disintegrates into dust.
Also, none of it. Wild just kind of looks. That's an interesting symbol.
Is that the chest on my back?
The chest is on your back. Well, probably not. We probably should pick it up and put it on the ground just so it's easier access.
Mm.
You notice
Unlock it.
You notice if any of you put your hands in where the chest is at, it's actually warmer than it is out here. To meta this, it's 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius.
Interesting.
It's nice that the book
So-
actually has Fahrenheit and Celsius. Thank you.
Yes, that's very smart of them to do.
It's warm compared to the environment, right?
Yes.
Celsius, thank you.
Since, even though this is magic, but the weird science of it would be the air around it would actually start steaming a lot.
All right. Well, they'll then close it back up. Well, that could get us some good money if we need to.
The chest, the book, unfortunately.
Well, the book unfortunately is gone.
Will we be taking like a short rest to just look for this stuff for Andrew?
Yeah, you guys can take your short rest. And where is it? There it is. The amulet, as you attune to it from your short rest, Dr. River, it immediately pings to something. Something to the southwest.
Do I know how far?
Let me check.
If it's what I think it is, probably I don't think it does.
Yes, you do.
Oh wow.
And now I gotta see. And of course, they have a map, but they don't have like a scale of distance. Let's see if I can get the poster map, see if that has a scale. Yes, it does. Oh boy. Okay, so. It is. I gotta look at like 2 maps and compare. Smoothie. Sorry. Okay, if that's that map. I have too many tabs open, that's what happened.
That's
Okay.
mood.
Okay, so that will be about, I'll say 30 miles southwest. Past, you know, that would be well past 10 towns.
Do I know what's out there
Nope.
or what this amulet is pinging to?
Nope.
I wish whatever this was was closer.
We can go find whatever it is after a break. We need a rest.
Do we know what the amulet even is now?
Oh,
Nope.
actually, because you attuned to it, you do know what this is. It is a Shield Guardian amulet. And you detect a Shield Guardian.
Local shield guardians in your area.
And it appears to be the Shield Guardian that is the pair of with this amulet.
No. Am I able to control the Shield Guardian?
No. At least not this far away. And I think that is where we'll end it for the night.
Nice.
So, we'll go to plugs. I think we'll start with River. You got any plugs? Usually don't start with you.
Now I got my own little Iron Giant.
Essentially, yeah, actually. They look a lot like an Iron Giant.
Pretty
I
much.
think about it.
Man.
They got like that, but like a Trojan helmet kind of look.
So like they're still in Valgg's look.
Yeah, let me get a picture of what a Shield Guardian looks like. But yeah, Valgg, do you got any plugs?
Follow me on social media. I do a bunch of art. Either on like TikTok or Twitter. I do something new every day. I'm ridiculously close to 100,000 followers on TikTok. So follow me there. I don't know what I'm doing, but people seem to enjoy it.
Mhm.
And I don't know what I'm gonna do for 100,000 follower celebration now that I think about it. So wait for it, maybe. Next.
I don't have any ideas for you, so I don't know. But I think most TikTokers don't know what they're doing. They just do what they feel like. And just roll with it.
Most people don't know what they're doing. Let's be 100% honest.
That's
Pretty
true.
much, yeah.
I mean, basically, I post the same things on like on Twitter, but I do the text on a video, and I put my face like, so it's this face you're seeing right now. You're not missing anything actually, but follow me
It's a
like,
great face.
yeah,
It's a great face.
It's a face. I'm
Great
proud of
face,
my
great
face.
accent.
I was born with it, so like ride or die.
That's definitely the way to go. Rowan, what do you got going on?
Well, I myself and Lluis and Saege, who had to leave partway through, unfortunately. We are all in a game on Thursdays in Mayhem Press's Dark Matter setting, the Quest for the Quantum Rose, which is up on YouTube at Backed Channel 1, Backed spelled B-A-C-T, Channel 1. You can watch us have fun and be basically Guardians of the Galaxy, essentially, where we're trying not to screw up time, but also to mess with time a little bit. Check us out here. Check out the rest of the stuff that goes up on Scotty's channel. He's a good dude, really great DM. I love hanging out with everybody every week. Myself, I have some stuff up on DM's Guild under the Sphinx Library label. I have some stuff hopefully coming within the next month or so that I really want to get out. It's a new Ranger subclass with cover art being done by my good friend Amara. You can find her on Twitter as well at Burger Mama. Burger spelled B-U-R-R-G-E-R, like normal. And myself, I'm just January_silence everywhere. So that's it, actually. That's all I got.
Okay. Wow, what do you got going on?
Well, this week, I'm trying to think of what games I have. Okay, so this week, I believe all I have for games are on Sunday. Both games are on Sunday at first game is at 12:30 p.m. EST, and it's Starfall Academy, where the students recently the entire island got more or less put on lockdown due to the principal being a dick is the best way to describe it, to how our characters see it. And last session was just half our squad getting tattooed, while the other one of them just became a gecko and just kind of vibed, and the other one got a talking to by the principal. So it was interesting, and there might be more to the story than we know. So come check that out. It was chaos, and yeah. Oh, also it ended with the person who had been pretending to be a gecko the entire time, getting sucked up by an alien spaceship, because she is an alien, and we guess they thought she had been captured, so they came to rescue her.
Oh,
so come check that out. It's gonna be a lot, and she is freaking out. So yeah, come check that out. And then after that is at 3:30 p.m. EST is my game I run, which is Union Academy, a Lancer-based game. So come check that out. It's a lot of fun. We're still on coming up to the first day of school because we haven't ran a game for a while.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
All right, and then last but not least, Periwinkle, what do you got going on?
Hello, I'm Callie. Callie on Twitter. Sometimes I'll post art, but I just started a new job, so who knows? Retroverse vaccine is on Friday, and I'm gonna die, and that's it. Scotty is also in that, and he's gonna kill me, and that's it. That's the game. So watch that at 7:30 on Friday, and Baltimore by Night. That's on Crow and Chimera channel on YouTube, and I also run a game on every other Tuesday called Unwritten, and it's at 8:00, and it's on Vex's channel, Fracture Moon D&D, and yeah. It's going to be a fun time. So check all that out. Check all these people out. And yeah, vibes.
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 Andrew goes like
having a-
this. I guess that means vibes. We'll just say this means vibes.
Okay.
Hopefully, it doesn't mean something
abusive-
offensive. Sorry.
You two have an abusive relationship. You're always trying to kill her. And succeeding sometimes.
She's over exaggerating on this turn. In this turn.
I don't think so.
Curse of
I don't
Strahd. Curse of Strahd.
Okay, Curse of Strahd's different because I was the DM, and that's not fair. But in any case, River.
I'm in a predicament anyway. He's the cause of it. That's
Yeah,
it.
River.
That's-
I put
mean, what's
the
new?
I put
It's
the
fine.
amulet in your inventory on D&D Beyond, so you can look at it and stuff.
You're unpickpocketing me.
Reverse pickpocketing.
And on that note, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, good night.